Test, test. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Pierre and this is Simple Home Brew. I'm doing an upgrade to my Apollo Titan 3 by Keg King, and I'm using a product from a different company. Now both these companies, unfortunately, don't get along. So I'm mixing them together to make one great fermenter. So I hope you can stick around and see what I'm doing. So what I've got is the Hop Bong, basically from KegLand, and what I'm doing is adding this to my Keg King Apollo Titan number 3. Now it's my favourite fermenter. It's a budget fermenter. It's cheap, but it's really good quality, and I've been using it for such a long time. It's a pressure fermenter made of stainless steel, if you don't know. Now, if you want to find out where it is, I've got links down here for those products. Just check it out there if you like. Now, I looked on Keg King's website, couldn't find a hop injection system on their website to work with this product, so I decided to go to KegLand to have a look around there and see what they've got. And they've got one that's called a Hop Bong, and it's named that way because it looks like a bong. I mean, a bong, you know what I mean. It's pressurizable, as the Keg King Apollo Titan number 3 is pressurizable, and I've been slowly upgrading it as my finances have gotten better. So each time I get money, I'll make something and build my system up in my brewery. Now, the idea is to add hops in oxygen free, and that's what this is all about. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add this to the Keg King Apollo 3 and assemble it in front of you guys so you guys can have a look at it. Now, if you want access to this product, I do have an affiliate link down below. It's a kit that I got, and the kit came with a lid that I can actually use for other fermenters. Now I just realised it's got a rubber seal around it. They probably do a really good job sealing around the Apollo Titan. I'll use that in another day. Alright, so we're going to unpack everything, get it all ready and set up. So what I got is this kit. We've got the sight glass. I'll unpack that first so you know what we're looking at. So this is a sight glass. I will clean everything. It looks like it's got fingerprints on it. And in the end, it's got a area where you can inject CO2 in, and that will work later on. I have a kit of clamps, 2-inch. So the Apollo Titan also has a 2-inch opening. My opinion is these two companies should start working together. There will be so much more technology out there if they just did that. But anyway, that's my opinion. So I'm just going to unpack all the clamps, get everything out. These are KL3322 2-inch clamps or tri-clamps, and they're ready to go. And I'm also needing all these seals to seal it onto my actual fermenter. That is a KL2627. All these things are going to be used in this whole system. Don't need that. That's actually a silicone pipe cutter, which I'll get rid of. KL20176. These are all the items I'm going to need to use in the kit, as well as my valve that needs to be opened to let hops through. I need to assemble this now, so let's do it. So what I've got is this baby. I've got this about 2.5 years ago, and it's been an awesome product to work with. Do like it. There are obviously more expensive ones out there that are a bit more streamlined, I suppose, but this one does the trick for any home brewer. Cost me about $500, and it's been a great fermenter. I'll be making a beer in this from Blackrock just to try it out, and that's why I'm putting it together today with this new product. Now, this product's been around here for quite some time. I've been doing a bit of research and I looked a lot on Keg King's website, and they had nothing like this. They had absolutely nothing. I couldn't find it. So I figured, okay, I'll go look at KegLand, see if they've got anything that's similar. Turns out they do. Of course, there's a couple of things that won't work with it, but it will work in what I want to do. Firstly, I need to put the CO2 input valve on, which is this bloke. Let's get out of its packet. Now, everything's going to be cleaned anyway, so I'm just putting it together for now. That just screws onto here. Whoops. Like so. There's a little seal in there. It's like a, it's no rubber seal, it's actually a tapered seal, and it locks the seal in without having to actually put in a washer or thing. So that's in. That's done. Nice and easy. Now that's on, I'm going to put this on top of the valve. Now I want to make sure the handle opens upward, because if I go downward, it's going to hit my fermenter. So I'll do it that way. Okay, that's that one. Now I'm going to pop the cap. I just put the PRV on. That goes on top here, so I'll need a washer for that, which I'll try and line up and make it look more aesthetically pleasing with the actual other one. So I'll make them look like they're about the same. So, you know how it is. Got to make things look good. So that is my hop bong setup. So what this does is actually fill itself up with hops that I can leave in there, or I can put in there before I want to ferment. This valve seals the fermenter with the atmosphere, so that all the fermentation under here will be less susceptible to oxidizing. And when you open the valve, all the gas, well, all the hops will fall in. And I've got to pressurize this to make sure it's the same equalized pressure with the actual fermenter. That's something I've got to deal with in the future. All right, we'll go place this on the fermenter now. So I've got my fermenter. This is the Apollo Titan 3. I'll take off the lid here. It's full of sanitizer at the moment, so I'm going to do a big rinse out with sanitizer in a sec. All these products are made in a factory, and we probably should clean everything before we start doing anything, but I'm just doing this for your purpose. Now, of course, I'll put the washer on. I've got this little notch here, if you can see that. That just lines up with the notches on the washer, and it sits beautifully. I just want to line up the handle somewhere where it would be nice and out the way. Now I've noticed too, I've got the quick connect plugs on this, which are going to be a problem in the future, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. Tri-clamp goes on, like so. This is not interfering with much. So there you go. That's a hop bong setup, ready to go. That's part of the whole system. So I'm going to fill this up with hops, and then when it's fermented for about 2 days, I'll just open the valve and let the hops down. Sometimes you've got to wiggle the valve left and right, or up and down, or open and close, to actually allow everything to fall in. Anyway, this is something new for me. I'm hoping that I'll get a better beer from it. So this is how everything works. Now I just want to see if it leaks. So I'm going to tip it upside down. Like I said, this whole thing is full of sanitizer. Let's fill her up. Well, that works. We've got no leaks. And it drains nice and easy. Okay, I'm in my kitchen now where my fermenter's been sitting, and it's been there for about 2.5 days. And I now need to dry hop into this little ripper. Now, the thing I need to do is actually gas this up. No. Just so you know, the little valve here actually locks in. There's a lip on the inside that'll lock the actual handle in, so it'll seal nice and tight. So when you open it, it will be a bit of a workout to get it open, but it opens. It's all, works really good. So what I need to do now is pop my hops in. This is a Black Rock beer in a bag, BIB, and it's a new product. And I'm going to pop in 25 grams of Simcoe, which has been in my freezer, as well as Amarillo. So I'm doing 50 grams of Amarillo. So let's do it, shall we? Now I'm going to just go to the other camera for a sec, and we'll open this ripper up. So we just pop the lid. There shouldn't be any pressure in here. I'll just make sure. Just a little bit, not much. Grab that top off, and we have an open chamber. First bag, I shall cut. Like I said, it's been sealed in a bag and in the freezer for a little while, so hopefully it's still good. Oh, it is. Pour that in just like that. That's 25 grams of Simcoe, and we've got a 50 grams of Amarillo going in as well. I'll open that. Alright, smell it? Oh, it smells alright too. Look at that. So that are our hops placed in. All I have to do now is reseal the chamber, throw on my clamp, and I need to gas this up to get the oxygen out. Okay, so I'm going to gas up this chamber. So I'm going to actually put CO2 in. I've got a bottle down here, and that is set to, I don't know, about 10 pounds. Doesn't matter. I'm going to throw some CO2 in here in the chamber, and we're going to express it. Okay, valve's open. We're going to excrete it out here. Do it a few times. Oh, we smell those hops. And that way, we purge as much oxygen out of the chamber as possible. Now, the other thing is, I know that the fermenter is at pressure. And the pressure in the fermenter says we're at 15 psi. So I'm going to bring that pressure in here to 15 psi so it equalizes. Or is even higher than 15 to make sure. On the gauge down here, I've got a little gauge that says 15 psi. My gauge on my spundy says 15 psi, so hopefully they're equal. We'll just let some more gas out. Something's leaking. It's all good, it's not leaking. Okay, I've done that. Now, we are going to allow the hops to enter the brew. Just like that. Done. Oh, okay, it's a 15 psi valve, that's why I'm hearing gas coming out of it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now I'll just push the clamp chamber down, handle down a bit tighter. I can feel it go into a little notch, and she's done. So now we have entered the hops into our chamber. How good's that? That's easy, oxygen free, and hopefully it will taste great. Now there's another thing this thing can do. It's actually not just a hop bong, it actually does other things. You can also use this as a hop randle, basically lay it on its side, run it through from your beer, uncarbonated beer, and carbonate it as it's being served. So you can actually throw in CO2 and have it running through here, getting CO2 through the beer. You've got to experiment with the pressures, but this can go up to 140 psi, so that's pretty high, and you can really carbonate your beer as you're serving it, so that's a real good option. You can also use it as a aerator. You can actually use an aerating stone inside the end and put oxygen in it as you're transferring it into the fermenter to get more oxygen in it, so the yeast can eat and multiply happily. The spundy's letting out some gas at the moment. The pressure's gone back up again because it's been disturbed from the hops. So that sounds, can you hear that? It's working really well. So that's it. That's the hop bong. Back to you, Pierre. Okay, so that's my hop bong, ready to go for my future beers. So if you guys want to see how the beer goes with it and the problems I will come across, stick around. I've got more videos to come. I'm about to do a BlackRock crafted IPA brew in a bag, which they donated to Simple Home Brew, and I hope it comes out good. Cheers.